Carrying a wildlife camera on the trail can be done in a few ways that make hiking and photography comfortable. But I found that wearing a harness while hiking makes carrying a heavier wildlife setup much more enjoyable. The added weight from a wildlife camera doesn't sit well using a shoulder strap. While hiking, the camera swings back and forth, and on occasion hits whatever I'm walking next to. Not something I want happening while on the trail. A camera harness takes the weight from the camera and moves it front and center, and helps distribute the weight more evenly. In this video, I'll be comparing two different camera harnesses from each end of the price spectrum. One from Amazon and the Cotton Carrier G3 camera harness. I'll go over the features of both, and you can decide which you'd like to pick up. Links for both will be in the description below, and purchases made through those links help support the channel. Alright, let's get into it. The Nicama Camera Carrying Chest Harness is designed to carry one camera, but each of the harnesses in this video have options for multiple cameras. This model retails for $33.95 on Amazon. This harness is made from a nylon material with two straps for each shoulder, and a waist strap, each of which can be adjusted for optimal comfort. Each shoulder strap has some additional attachment points for a flashlight or carabiner. The chest plate has an easy release clip and a ring for the safety tether, which I'll talk about a little later in the video. The harness comes with a mounting cushion that goes on the bottom of your camera, and that disc slides into the chest harness. This disc is suitable for all cameras with a standard 1/4-inch screw hole on the bottom. The mount has a channel for locking mechanism on the harness, so if it's mounted correctly, you'll rotate your camera for a full release. I'll talk about comfortable mounting positions for the camera when I talk about the Cotton Carrier. You may be surprised on which I prefer. Below the mounting point, there's an additional strap that goes over the lens for holding the camera more securely. This can be tucked under the flap when not in use. One gripe is that this strap can be adjusted, but it pulls from the waist strap, so not a great design. The waist strap also doesn't have any additional mounting points for accessories like an additional camera holder or something for the rain. There are two rings at the top of the chest harness to swap the position of the safety tether. Depending on how you shoot, you may want it on the left or the right. I keep mine on the right, and the other end of the tether attaches to the camera. I clip this into the existing Peak Design loop. There have been times when I've tripped and accidentally let go of my camera, and the tether kept the camera from falling to the ground, so I never wear this harness without clipping in my camera. Inside of the harness you have a bit of a breathable mesh, but very little cushion. And the back panel is just breathable mesh. Here's where the shoulder straps enter for additional adjustments. There you have the Nicama chest harness. Not a lot of bells and whistles, but for the price, I've had no problems with the overall functionality of this camera harness. It did what I needed it to do while making hiking with the camera easier. The Cotton Carrier G3 camera harness retails for $129 on their website, but you may find a coupon there or on Amazon. The overall functionality of this harness is the same: two over-the-shoulder straps, waist strap, and a camera mounting plate. So let's talk about some of the differences that may or may not make this $100 more expensive. Starting from the front, the materials overall feel a little more high quality. The plate where the camera mounts feels sturdier, and the Codra synthetic canvas with DWR coating will hold up much longer over time. Even with more durable materials, it's also important to note here that Cotton Carrier does offer a 3-year warranty against manufacturer defects. Below the mounting plate you have a stash pocket, an adjustable lens stabilizer strap, and a loop for connecting the rain shell. Inside the chest panel you have an additional stash pocket that fits my iPhone 14 Pro, but I'd probably just put some snacks or an ID. The waist straps have speed straps to tighten the harness around your torso, and quick clip release points. The shoulder straps feel more robust, and they feed into the vented back panel that features an additional stash pocket. This is actually where I keep my rain cover when I know it's not going to rain. and this carrying loop. Not sure what I'd use this for, but maybe you can use it to hang it while not in use. Let me know in the comments what you use this for. So today I'm out on trail using the cotton carrier camera harness. This is a single-use, single camera harness. You can add attachment points to the side that'll allow for an additional camera. So far I've been walking about 2 miles now. Originally I was doing the mount, as I explained earlier in the video. You can put it on the tripod stand or on the camera itself. And a lot of the videos that I had watched about this harness put the mount on the tripod stand for lenses that are a little bit bigger, so more for wildlife use. I didn't like that. It created too much of imbalance, and the camera itself kept rotating in the socket. So I had brought the Allen key, thankfully, and moved the mount back to the camera itself to put all the weight kind of at the bottom so it would sit. When I have my wildlife lens on, I also don't do the rotation part of the bracket. I mount it where the camera just sits straight down. I have the safety loop connected to my camera just in case it comes out of the slot, but for the bigger lenses, just for rotational purposes, I just leave the mount where I can set it in and it just sits. There's enough weight on the lens itself to keep it in place, so I'm not really worried about it popping out unless I tumble downhill and it falls out. And if that case, there's bigger problems that I'm going to worry about than my camera itself. Going back to the rain cover, while it's hanging on the bottom of the strap, all you have to do is loosen up the pouch that it's in. It folds into its own little pouch, and then pull up the rain cover over your camera, and then you can tighten it if you so choose. It fits perfectly over this setup here, and it works great. I was in drizzle hiking and my camera didn't get wet, so it did exactly what it was supposed to. All right, based on of what you've seen, is this cotton carrier worth $129, or are you going for the cheaper alternative? If you're on a budget, the cheaper one works really well. But if you just like the feel or want better materials and you can afford it, the cotton carrier harness is great too. Let me know which you like more down below. If this is your first time here, please like this video, and if you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Really helps the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.